you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing a video a little different today. As you can see, I'm just me, you know, no makeup, no, I'm not doing anything to my hair. I just came to sit down and actually talk to you guys. And what I wanted to talk about today is something that I've been noticing. I've been getting a lot of comments on different videos about, and that is about like hair growth and will this damage your hair or will this help grow your hair or something like that. And I think it's a lot of what is the right word? False information out there about hair growth and stuff like that. So let's start with, let me just break it down. Let me start with saying that nothing, like it's products out there that says this will grow your hair, this will grow your hair, this will grow your hair. That's a scam, sis. A scam, okay? First off, your hair grows naturally. Your hair is naturally gonna grow on its own. Unless you have things like alopecia or any other thing that will stop your hair from actually growing from the follicle. But your hair will naturally grow. Now, the way you treat your hair and the way you care for your hair will determine if you actually see the growth. That's the difference. A lot of people feel like, oh my goodness, I've been doing this and I've been doing this and my hair is not growing. It's not that your hair isn't growing. It's just you're not taking care of the hair that's actually growing out of your scalp. Therefore, it's just breaking as fast as it's growing. So it looks like you have no progress. Now, before I keep going, let me first start by saying I am not a cosmetologist. I did not go to school for hair. I don't have any of that. But I take care of my own hair. I do hair on the side a little bit, a little change, a little coin. I collect that. So, and I've done like different, like I've read different articles. I've watched YouTube videos just like you guys do. So, and I take pretty good care of my own hair, if I say so myself. So I think I have a few tips and tricks that I know has helped me personally over the years. Actually, I'm gonna insert a video so y'all know I ain't lying. I think it's like from 2015 to 2017 of my hair growth, or maybe even 2018. Maybe it's like 2016 to 2018, maybe what it is, because I don't think I've done the 2019 update pic yet. But I'll insert that picture so you guys can see the difference in my hair growth. It'll be somewhere over here. But honestly, just tips and tricks that I've done. One, you have to get to know your hair. Going to a hairstylist, going to a cosmetologist is awesome. They're amazing. They know their thing. But nobody knows your hair better than you do. You're with it 24/7. You feel me? 365, you are with your hair. So you know your hair better than anybody else. Honestly, for me, I had to learn, because I had a habit of, probably ever since I was like 14, maybe even younger than that, my mom would take me to the beauty salon and I would get my hair straightened every 2 weeks. Now, I have extremely fine hair, and that's something that I never was really knowledgeable about when I was younger. I was just like, you know, my hair kind of long, it swang, okay, whatever. So the thing is, with my fine hair, a lot of stuff I can't do. Like all my cousins and people I grew up around, they had extremely thick, coarse hair. That just wasn't my hair texture. And I would just do the same things they was doing. And I'm like, okay. And then when my hair was coming out looking a little different, I was like, what's the problem, okay? So with that, I learned that my hair can't take heat every 2 weeks. It can't. Not to say that I don't get my hair straightened anymore. As you can see, my hair is not in its natural state. I don't have a protective style in. This is my natural hair straighten, even though it's a little, you know, it's a little old now, but you know, it's still there. I can't get my hair straightened every 2 weeks like I used to. Even when I was doing that, if you see the picture that let me upload it one more time. The 2016 or 2015, whatever this date is on the far left, is when I was getting my hair straightened every 2 weeks. And you see how my hair, the difference in how my hair looks. It looks thinner. I have more damaged ends. And it wasn't anything that my beautician was doing wrong, because I still go to my beautician. I love my beautician. It wasn't anything that my beautician was doing wrong. It's just when I was at the salon, whatever treatment she did there, I didn't do anything else in that 2 week span than I wasn't at the salon. And then honestly, I just learned that, like I said earlier, my hair cannot take that much heat. So some people, they get their hair straightened a lot, or they straighten it a lot just because they like their look. And then at the same time, when I was getting my hair straightened all the time, I wasn't into natural styling. I wasn't, even though I was technically natural, I wasn't wearing my hair in its natural state as much as I do currently. Actually, I wasn't wearing it in its natural state at all, to be honest. So once I started getting more into hair care and, you know, beauty and all that kind of stuff, as you grow up and all that, I started learning more about my own hair, and I wanted to do my own hair because I felt like, you know, I knew what I was doing. And in that first time period, when I tell you it was trial and error, I broke off my entire nape. Like, I had like a U shape in the back of my, on my like bottom row of hair. It was like a U curve because I had so much breakage, because I thought I knew what I was doing. But trial and error, of course, you eventually learn. So with that, I guess my first tip would be learn your hair and learn how often you can straighten. So a thing that I was not a big fan of was trims, because I felt like, you cutting off my hair. I need my length. I need my length. That is a, look, you need your trim, sis. When you start breaking that comb through your hair and you getting some resistance at the end, you need a trim. And the thing is, they teach you a lot to trim too much. I know I've seen videos talking about every 3 months, all that. It's as needed. Because some people could do it. Some people need it every 3 months. I don't know what they're doing to their hair. That's between them and their hairbrush, okay? And then some people just need it twice a year. Some people do it once a year. It just depends. You have to, that's what it goes all the way back to, knowing your hair. Knowing your hair's quality. Knowing how your hair feels. Like, okay, I can tell when I need a trim. I may not always get it when I need it, which I'm working on, but I can tell when I need to trim. But you need to trim your ends so that your hair can continue to grow out healthy. Because when you don't trim your ends, that's when you get those little raggedy pieces and they start looking thin at the bottom, and that slowly starts working up your hair shaft, which makes you look like a little bald head. Tip 2, trim them ends when needed. So, okay. Tip number 3 is deep conditioning. When I am wearing my hair natural, I deep condition once a week. When it is in its natural curly state, I am either co-washing, washing, whatever, and deep conditioning once a week. One thing that I actually that's been a savior to me that I did not know anything about was protein deep conditioners. I was just using moisturizing deep conditioners constantly. And there is a thing called moisture overload, but that's for a whole different video. But protein deep conditioners is actually one by Shea Moisture that I recently used that I love, and I feel the difference in my curls when I go back from like a straight style or a protective style, and then I go in and I, you know, do my normal wash day and then a protein deep conditioner. So deep conditioning, and that's what goes all the way back to how your hair feels, what you need, a moisturizing deep conditioner or a protein deep conditioner. And just getting to know your hair. And nothing is going to happen overnight. You're not going to know it overnight, but you get to feel it. How does your hair feel? Is it shedding a lot? Does it feel like your curls are breaking often? Does it feel like you're getting a bunch of single strand knots? Just honestly paying attention to your own hair. Because it's easy to say, well, I go to a stylist all the time. She didn't tell me this. She didn't tell me that. Well, your stylist only sees you every 2 weeks or once a month or however often your appointments is. So you got to do some stuff for yourself, sis. You got to, you know, get in there and figure it out. Honestly. Step 4 would be, of course, protective styling. But also, protective styling can be a hit and a miss. And I know I do a lot of protective styling videos on my channel because I wear them personally a lot. But I install my own protective styles. So I know if it's too tight. I know if, it's been in, I know when it's been in a little too long. I know when my hair's starting to flake and feel weird. Okay, it's time to take this out. It's time to wash it. It's time to condition. So I can tell a little bit about my hair. Not to say that I'm perfect with my hair. I still get breakage. I still have issues with it. I'm not perfect by no means, but I have come a long way. Protective styling is a huge help, a huge assistance in helping your hair grow. Not that it grows your hair, but because you're not constantly in it when you have a protective style in, low manipulation, less breakage, less tension, less like you're touching your hair constantly. When you're not in it as much, helps you see the growth, not helps it grow. Let me not say that, because I know that's a whole nother thing. You actually see the growth because your hair is not breaking. So the whole thing with growing your hair out and keeping it healthy is that just not having so much breakage. Because when your hair is actually breaking, you think it's not growing, when it's just you're not taking care of it the way it needs to be taken care of. When it's out, are you moisturizing it? Are you making sure you properly detangle? Because I know a lot of myths is that natural curly girls can't use combs or they can't use brushes. Not combing through your hair, not finger detangling is nice, but it doesn't get all that out, And when your hair sheds, it's natural. You're not going bald, okay? But you need to do some type of detangling process, something, to actually make sure you're raking through your hair and making sure you're not developing knots. Because when your hair is curly, it coils around itself, and then if you're not detangling that, it can eventually, just like a dread, it'll dread up in knots. You get knots and all these little things that you eventually have to cut out, or they break off. So one or the other, you gotta pick your poison, pretty much. Also, a good tip that I can say is knowing what to do with your hair in the different weather, which I think is a big thing, because having your hair out in certain climates could do a lot of damage to your hair as well. Like if it's too hot, if it's too cold. If it's too cold, you're going to lose moisture immediately. So you have to moisturize a lot more often. That's why a lot of people do protective styles in the wintertime. Or they straighten their hair a lot in the wintertime, because natural hair will dry out extremely fast when it's cold. Also, when it's hot, that heat will fry your hair regardless. It ain't a flat iron straight to it, but it's still heat, so it'll fry your hair. I feel like this video is getting a little bit long-winded, so I'm gonna wrap it up. My best advice to you guys is honestly just pay attention to your own hair. Don't depend on nobody to tell you what's wrong with your hair, because it ain't nothing to add a deep conditioner in. You can't put a little cream on your hair and put a little shower cap on it and wait like an hour or so. You can't do that for a couple minutes. You can't do that once a week. Is that too much? Okay, don't complain when your friends are out there prospering, long hair don't care, and you still rocking that TWA that you ain't cut again since 2006. Okay, it just ain't growed out. Don't complain. Do not complain if you're not willing to put in the time, sis. The time. Okay, you guys, this is the end of this video. If you have any questions, I know I was joking around a little bit. I don't have any problem answering any questions to the best of my ability. Like I said again, I am not a cosmetologist. I'm not licensed. I'm not no professional. I ain't got no doctorates or any of that in hair. But I feel like I know a little bit of something. So what I know, I love to share. So, if you guys have any questions, make sure you leave those questions down below. You can check out my protective style videos or any of my hair videos on my channel. And make sure you guys let me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe, like, and I will catch you guys in the next video.